we received a letter from Adam Hamilton saying that he wants us to know how much he's been agonizing over Morgantown Church, and that he wants to encourage us to stay strong in our faith in Jesus. Wow. We passed that letter on to Nashville and Trafalgar. Because look at where Morgantown is situated, right on a crossroad. And instead of grain trucks roaring through town, we have travelers passing through from far away and exotic places like Bloomington and Brown County, Chicago and Indianapolis. And those strangely dressed merchants gather together in front of Frenchies and Rude Awakenings to share their stories, and often the religious thought of those far-away places. And they begin to tell us, you don't need Jesus, just read some books, that's all you really need. Hey, here's the latest astrology chart, just follow it. No, over here, let me show you a fabulous magic trick, far better than some invisible savior can do, eh? And these are but a few of the popular views going on during Paul's time. All sorts of pagan ideas were out there to lure those early Christians away from their faith in God. Nothing like that today, huh? And so Paul writes these words of encouragement to be read and shared with the other churches. I want them to have complete confidence that they understand God's mysterious plan, which is Christ himself. If you want wisdom, seek Jesus. If you want knowledge, follow Christ. Stay strong in your faith, and let your roots go down into him. Trees and plants have root systems. It's what keeps them growing and strong, especially in times of storms. Your faith, like a tree with deep roots, will grow strong in the truth that you are taught. It's all about Jesus. And it's all about what place he has in your life and in your heart. It can be a time to set aside for devotion or time for prayer. And sometimes it's a physical place that brings us into a deeper faith. One of those places for me was Willow Pond. 3 acres of trees and pond and paths just north of Oakland City. It was a retreat center for many years that was run by my former pastor, a very deeply spiritual man, and his wife. I've also been to Fatima Retreat House on the east side of Indianapolis, and Epworth Forest in northern Indiana, as places to take a break from the busyness and the hurried-up pace of everyday life. And each time, as I wait in the silence and stillness, the lesson is revealed. One season, I found myself staring out the window at Lake Webster below, and the surface of the water appeared calm and barely moving. But just under the surface, the water appeared agitated, like the current was going in an opposite direction. And it spoke to me of how often we appear calm on the outside, yet we're agitated or upset on the inside. And we want others to think that we're okay by what we show on the outside, while our spirits may be churning on the inside. And those are times when we might listen to persuasive arguments and be drawn away from our faith and trust in God. Paul's letter reminds us Jesus wants to be in the center of our lives, and he wants all of it. It's the meaning behind the word surrender, turning over our will to God, giving our best, the first and foremost, not the leftovers or an afterthought, but done in gratefulness and thankfulness for all that Jesus has done for us on the cross and through the resurrection. When I give up my will and my life to God, I sense a deep inner calling And knowing I'm an introvert, meaning quiet and reflective on the outside, but nourished by time and silence and meditation, focusing on God on the inside, I have learned that to continue to strengthen that relationship, my soul requires a quiet, peaceful place for retreat and for the renewal of my spirit. Because I'm here to tell you, having a relationship with Jesus Christ is the most important relationship of all. Nurture it, strengthen it, deepen it, do all you can for it. And as Paul says, always be thankful. From this little book, Touched by an Email, it's edited by Danny Mobb, I chose to close with these words. Consult not your fears, but your hopes and your dreams. Think not about your frustrations, but about your unfulfilled potential. Concern yourself not with what you tried and failed in, but with what is still possible for you to do. Stay strong in your faith.